Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to make a bold call. April 30th in Miami could be defined by the sky. We're tracking a severe weather setup over the Miami International Autodrome, dark cells building, heavy rain bands, and most importantly, lightning in the area. If those storms park over the venue, running stops. Not vibes, not hype, safety, and that has massive implications for the whole weekend. Here's why lightning is the red line. When strikes are detected within that safety radius, race control must suspend sessions and clear exposed areas. Metal grandstands, camera towers, pit wall infrastructure. None of it is worth the risk. You'll see safety cars, delays, or full cancellations if cells linger. Sky Sports have been flagging this all week. The call is driven by electrical risk and access safety, not just how wet the track looks on TV. We've seen how weather reshapes weekends. Spa 2021, hours of waiting, then no proper racing, because visibility and safety never crossed the threshold. Brazil 2016, near monsoon, multiple safety cars and red flags, aquaplaning everywhere. Today, add lightning to that equation, and the tolerance is even lower. If Miami lights up, no one's going out until it's safe. Full stop. So the stakes for Miami are clear. FP1 and sprint qualifying are at real risk of delay or cancellation if those cells sit overhead. That can wreck practice plans, compress setup work, and create chaos with parc fermé and tire usage. If windows open, teams will sprint to the line. If they don't, we could enter the weekend blind. Buckle up. This forecast might decide more than pace. Shift to Miami reality. Florida's convective season is here. Afternoon heat, sea breeze convergence, and Gulf moisture build daily thunderstorms over South Florida. Guidance shows a weak low in the eastern Gulf feeding moisture into Miami, Poit near 2 inches, Cape over 2,000 joules per kilo, ripe for rapid convective pop-ups and messy outflow boundaries. Translate that to the schedule. FP1 lands right in the build-up window. Towering cumulus by late morning, storms firing early afternoon. Lightning protocols can force 30-minute holds. Even a brief shower wrecks dry run correlation and long run tire data. Lose FP1, and your baseline setup becomes educated guesswork. Then sprint qualifying compresses Friday. Parc fermé hits early. Missed FP1 laps can lock teams into imperfect ride heights, aero balances, and differential maps for the entire sprint block. If sprint quali is wet or drying, tire crossover timing reshuffles everything. Bottom line, minimal setup time, high variance, and execution under storm pressure will define Miami's opening day. Miami's sprint qualifying is set for Friday night, under lights with storm cells hovering. If the rain and lightning roll in, that narrow evening window gets very, very tight. Under F1's weather and lightning protocols, sprint quali can be red flagged or pushed to Saturday morning. That's the contingency. Postpone, restart, squeeze it in before the sprint. If that happens, everything compresses. Out at dawn on a green track, minimal prep, then straight into the sprint later. Track evolution goes wild, tire calls get edgy, and mistakes multiply. Perfect recipe for a shaken-up grid. And if sprint quali is truncated, yellow flags, red flags, clock expires, you get volatility. Mixed laps, mixed sectors, mixed order. Whoever adapts fastest wins the grid. Then the sprint itself. Radar says showers could linger. If they run it, expect safety cars, crossover gambles, and wet-dry chaos under the lights. If they can't, sprint canceled, 8 points off the table. Fewer freebies for the front-runners, tighter title math, and all eyes on Sunday. Sunday is a moving target. Race control has 3 levers: start on time under green, start behind the safety car on wets, or delay and red flag until conditions are safe. For teams debuting a completely new car, every lap matters because setup, cooling, and tire learnings only exist if you're running. Lightning is non-negotiable. If strikes are detected in the vicinity, race control suspends on-track activity. No cars, no pit lane release, until it clears. The clock can stop. Restarts may be rolling. That can wipe entire runs and compress strategy windows into a handful of laps. Best case, clear or manageable wet, full race distance, multiple stints. Teams gather hard data on aero balance, energy deployment, and tire DG. Medium case, safety car, virtual safety car windows, mixed compounds, shortened stint profiles, partial answers, still useful. Worst case, prolonged delay or red flag, minimal laps, parc fermé constraints, and questions roll to the next round. Stakes. A brand new package plus fresh regs needs race pace correlation. Brake temps, ride, porpoising thresholds, ERS targets. Lose Sunday, and you lose the validation loop that turns wind tunnel promises into points. That's why every green flag minute is gold. So here's the weekend truth. If storms and lightning chop the race to scraps, the real competitive picture may not arrive until Canada. Another chance to run the full cycle. If we race clean, answers land now. If we don't, pencil in Montreal for the reveal. Commercial stakes matter. Miami is the crown jewel U.S. weekend. Paddock Club sold out. Sponsor activations wall-to-wall. Hospitality at Super Bowl prices. After Bahrain and Saudi cancellations, the calendar needs a clean flagship event. Promoters, teams, and broadcasters want Miami running on schedule. But if weather turns, F1 has precedent. Suzuka 2014 reshaped safety culture, and in 2019, Typhoon Hagibis pushed qualifying to Sunday morning, same-day quali then race. Parc fermé maintained. If conditions mirror a typhoon protocol, FIA meets Saturday, cancels track running early, locks setups, issues a revised Sunday timetable, and trims support sessions to protect daylight. Likely template, Sunday 10 qualifying, 15th race, with rolling updates to gates, tickets, and TV slots. Miami gets its show, safely. Rain flattens dynasties. It washes grip from the tarmac and hands it to nerve. Miami wakes under slate skies, spray hanging in the air, visor strips beating, throttle maps rewritten by water. In the wet, your wind tunnel is a poem, and your courage is the pen. Verstappen in the rain, clinical, relentless. Hamilton, a lifetime of wet weather masterclasses waiting to surface. And McLaren? The great unknown with a new car in conditions that expose everything and hide nothing. If skies open, who adapts first? Champion instinct or fresh aero vision? Rain is the equalizer that turns deficits into dice rolls. Tire temps, brake glazing, ERS harvest, every lap a test. Norris thrives in the knife edge. Piastri lives there. If it pours in Miami, chaos invites opportunity, and brave calls become points. As of this morning, April 30th, we're on Weather Watch. I'll keep you updated. Subscribe for the live pivots. Does the race even go ahead on time? And if it does, who benefits most from the chaos? FP1 is in a few hours. See you on the other side. Peace.